to sitting here at midnight.
Welcome back to Midnight Playback, where I take deep dive looks into your favorite horror movies. Today we're going to be looking at the Purge election year. Every Purge movie has its moments, but election year? This one left me actually tweaking.
I'm fucking tweaking! I'm fucking...
Not because of the gore, not because of the chaos, but because of how real it felt. Let me break down the Purge election year for you, the film that turned horror into a mirror. Before we dive in, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen the Purge election year from 2016, this breakdown will cover everything, from its brutal openings to its devastating ending. The movie opens with a flashback scene, Charlie Roan, who has to sit there and watch these purgers kill her whole family, but she ends up being the only one that survives. But this trauma, it defines her whole life. Fast forward 18 years later, Roan is now a US Senator running for president. Her platform is simple: end the purge permanently. She's the first real threat to the new foundation fathers of America, the NFFA, and they know if she wins, their twisted tradition dies. To keep her alive, she's got Leo Barnes as her head of security. Yes, the same guy we followed in the Purge Anarchy. He's disciplined, paranoid, and knows how ugly Purge Nights get. But even he knows this year's different, because the government changes the rules. For the first time ever, you can kill off politicians. Once the purge begins, Leo sets up her safe house, but the NFFA are one step ahead. A traitor leaks their location, and suddenly the elite hit squad shows up. They storm the place, and Leo barely manages to get Roan out. Now they're on the streets of D.C., which is basically hell on earth at this point. And then this is where the movie gets wild. They're hunted by all types, including a group of teenage girls in glowing masks who call themselves the Candy Girls. Their whole idea, they're out for blood after Roan stopped them from shoplifting. It's insane how petty their reason is, but that's what makes it so scary. On Purge Night, people don't need a reason. Any excuse will do. Out in the city, the movie shows just how far the purge has spiraled. Purgers are stringing up bodies like they're trophies, people are dying in the streets like nothing, and tourists are flying overseas just to kill people for fun of it. I think that whole tourist idea would have carried this whole film on its back, but even though it only got a little bit of screen time, I still think it's a really good idea. And the person that played Uncle Sam, one of the tourists, he actually sent me a signed photo. I'm going to put that on the screen. I sent him a picture that I was him for Halloween one year, and he ended up signing a picture and sending it to me, so shout out him. Eventually, Roan gets captured and taken into this church. This is where this movie kind of turns into like a big cult and a big ritual. Imagine a church packed with senators, priests, and purgers in masks, all chanting like it's some holy ceremony. Their plan is to sacrifice Roan in front of people. Not to just kill her, but to make a statement. But Leo and the crew are not having it. They storm in the church, shooting off their guns, and they manage to end up rescuing her. For a second, it feels like a victory, but the film does not let you relax, because even when the ritual is broken up, you know the system behind it is still alive. This is where election year separates itself from the earlier movies. The first two are personal survival stories. This one, it's about systems. It's about how violence is used to control people, how the powerful dresses up as patriotism, even religion. And that's why it goes under my skin more than the others, because it doesn't feel like fantasy, it felt like commentary. And honestly, the creepiest part is how close it all felt to reality. You don't need masks and machetes to understand how power works. That us versus them energy, the way people justify cruelty when it benefits them, it's already there in our world. Election year just amplifies it until you can't ignore it. By the end of the movie, Roan ends up becoming president and the purge is banned. You'd think that happy ending, but the film leaves us with protests, riots, and the clear sense that violence doesn't just vanish if something passes a law. It lingers and it spreads, and that's why this one still sits with me. The Purge movie left me tweaking, not because of the blood and the masks, but because it reminded me that sometimes horror doesn't need to invent monsters. Sometimes it just holds a mirror up. Thank you for watching today's video. If you liked more deep dives into horror movies, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And comment below on what movies you think I should do next.